Shalom, shalom, Yasha'Allah, peace, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to those for elect scattered abroad, all right? And peace and blessings to you few sisters listening in, all right? So basically, man, I wanted to go over this little lesson that I had. All right, I was watching a video that a brother sent me of the elders and apostles a couple years back dealing with this brother who was bringing out some very valid questions. All right, and one of the questions that he brought out, you know what I'm saying, was really a bold question, and it was answered, and stuff like that kind of drives me. I've always been the type of brother to, when people come up and have certain questions, you know what I'm saying, really trying to understand what it is that we're teaching and what we're about. I like to have an answer for them. Right? I don't want to be the brother that's just talking and you know what I'm saying, and giving out information, and then when people come and ask questions, sitting there looking like a fool, not, you know what I'm saying, not having the wisdom and understanding to answer and to deal with, you know what I'm saying, with our people. All right, but basically, man, the question that he went into was basically saying, how is it that you can find the, you know what I'm saying, the graves and the bones and the artifacts of people and civilizations out of the years, but when it comes to the people of the Bible, you know what I'm saying, you can't find, you know what I'm saying, certain, you know what I'm saying, bones and graves and artifacts like you would, you know what I'm saying, versus everybody else. All right, and the elders answered that question, and they went to Jeremiah chapter 8, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna read verse 1 and 2. Mainly they went into these are the two verses they went into. Salaki it says, at that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, or Paleo Hebrew, Jerusalem, out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon, and all the host of heaven whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and for whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth. Right. So basically, when Jerusalem was sieged and all of that, man, they dug up. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors, our forefathers, our people, man, and you know what I'm saying, basically destroyed us, man. All right, we were cut off from being a nation, man. So everything that we had that was there that kept us connected to our history, man, all of that was taken away from us. All right, and you got to understand that this was supposed to happen due to us not doing what the Most High told us to do, man. Displeasing the Most High, that's honoring the Most High, not keeping out the laws, statutes, and commandments that He gave us, man. All right, and therefore we were cut off from being a nation. This is one of the things that comes with that. All right. I'm gonna go to Psalms 83. All right, starting with verse 2, it says, "For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." All right, so our enemies, man, they done came together and they decided that, hey, we're gonna conspire against the nation of Israel, man. Verse 4, putting emphasis on this verse, they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, Yasharallah, may be no more in remembrance." All right, so they don't want us to know or remember who we are, man. So in order for that to happen, they have to do certain things to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, verse 5, "For they consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." All right, so you got to understand that the reason why things like that happen, like the question the brother brought out, because, hey, man, first of all, we displeased the Most High. All right, so the way He punishes us is through hardcore bondage, man, going through slavery. All right, B, we have enemies, man. They seek to destroy us. All right, and the best way you can destroy somebody is completely tear them down mentally. You know what I'm saying? Take everything you can away from them, man. Keep the body, break the mind. All right, that's alluding to the Willie Lynch letter. And cut them off from what makes them strong. Destroy their principalities. Destroy everything that had them in this stronger state. strong-minded to stay, man. So we were cut off, man. They, like I said, they had to do certain things to ensure that we never was reconnected to what had us as this great nation, man. All right. So that's why we got, you know what I'm saying, called Proverbs and Bibles. In fact, I'm gonna get to that precept for that. Should have known that right off the bar. Just left my memory. That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. All right, so they was calling us niggas, spics, wetbacks, and all that, man, because they don't want to call us the children, kings and priests and daughters of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, because that comes with a lot of power. That's why we were cut off from being a nation, man. All right, and I'm gonna grab one more precept and I'm gonna close out. Like I said, this was gonna be a brief sit down. All right, it's the book of Baruch, chapter 2, and verse 30. It says, for I knew they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, all right? And I want to focus on that last part. They shall remember themselves, all right? And so in order for one to remember his or herself, is meaning that before that happened, there was a place that they were, that they had lost their way. All right, just like in the Lion King, when Simba had went off, was with Timon and Pumbaa. Like I said, going off, man, because that's not the life he grew. He was being raised up to, being accustomed to, man. All right, so when Rafiki took him, you know, to the water or whatever, and then his father came and spoke with him, his father kept telling him, remember who you are. All right, because Simba had become living like the creatures he was with, man. He wasn't supposed to live like that. He's a king, living like peasants. All right, and so like I said, so in order for you to have to remember who you are, you had to have no knowledge of where you come from, meaning that you were cut off. All right, so that's why we when it comes down to finding, you know what I'm saying, artifacts and bones and fossils and things of that nature, you can't find them because certain things were done to keep us from knowing who we are, man. All right, so we were cut off from being a nation. Our enemies don't want to see us, you know what I'm saying, be a nation, and they want to see us divided, and through division they conquer. All right, divide and conquer. All right, so I just wanted to get that out there, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah out, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. All right, giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Rakakwadash. The Wadi Yahweh Yahweh Shah for giving me spirit and power to do this lessons. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who do teach and well. Till next time, I say shalom.